Hi, I'm Roxanne D'Angelo from Crystal Clear Energies. I'm a Feng Shui consultant and a Reiki master teacher. I have helped hundreds of my clients over the past 30 years create wellness, health, balance, and good fortune in their lives. When you combine the energy healing of Reiki and Feng Shui, you create an optimal healing vessel working from the inside out, which is a beautiful thing because medicine cannot work like that. Today, I'm going to be working with you on creating home office space, applying Feng Shui principles. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. I'm going to give you some education about energy first because everything about Feng Shui has to do with energy. So what is energy? We always hear everything in our world is energy, and everything is, but what does that really mean? What that means is everything is vibrating at a specific frequency, at different frequencies. So to give you some examples, let's take a pen. Okay, this pen is vibrating at a specific frequency, and a book is going to be vibrating at another frequency because they're made of different materials and energy. So if we had 50 pens on our desk as opposed to one, it's going to be creating a different amount of energy coming out of that. If we have a stack of books on our table, it's going to have a different feel of vibration rather than having one book. So that's just a simple example. How about when we're looking at crystals? Beautiful crystals, I love them. So we have an amethyst crystal and we have a quartz crystal. They're both crystals. However, they're both vibrating at different frequencies. Again, each has their own vibration from within. So depending on where they were mined, you might have an amethyst crystal that has a much higher vibration than another, depending on, again, where they were mined. But the quartz crystal is going to have their higher vibration. Keep in mind, you don't ever want to have a quartz crystal near your bed because it's going to keep you awake because it's a very high vibration. But again, these are both crystals emitting different energetic fields. Let's take a look at essential oils. Okay, there are many types on the market, but if you have an essential oil that is therapeutic grade, it's going to have a high vibration. And then if you have another essential oil that it has a perfume base with essential oil, it's going to have a different vibration. So both essential oils, but both carrying different energetic vibrations and frequencies. The oils that we use on our bodies, I would caution you to be sure that you're using therapeutic grade because you want to put pure products into your body, and we'll get into that in a little bit. How about plants? When we look at a beautiful plant, it's on your table, and I love my plants, and that plant is emitting an energetic field, so you feel nice around it. Now you have another plant that's sick. That's going to have a different vibration than the vibrant plant. So again, they're still plants with different vibrations. So now we're getting into the human body. Our human body, when it's healthy, we're working at a higher frequency, and when we're not well, obviously a denser, lower frequency. So when we look at our physical body, we look at someone and say, wow, they look great, they're trim, they work out, they really look healthy. But what most of us don't think about is what's on the inside. What's on the inside mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's going to really matter as a complete picture for your health. It's not just your physical. That's because our physical body has an energetic body called the chakras, and all those chakras need to be vibrating, open, and working in sync with each other in order for there to be optimal health. Chakras are very important to our body. So I hope you're starting to understand a little bit more about energy and the different vibrations and the similarities. So let's take a look at when we walk into our environment. Say we went out for the day and we didn't have a chance to straighten up, make our beds, or maybe the kids left a mess. Maybe some other people in your house left a mess, and you go out, you come home, you walk in, and things are upside down. How does that make you feel when you walk into your space? Most of us would not feel very good. We would feel either tired or just disgusted. We don't want to deal with it. And that brings me to the point of clutter. Clutter is another level, obviously, of energy. And when we walk into a very cluttered environment, it really drags us down, makes us feel like we can't create. We may even get depressed. It affects our moods. Energy that's in our space does affect us very, very much. So when we're working with Feng Shui and we're working with your personal space, it's important to understand the energy that's being emitted from clutter and dirt. Clutter and dirt, with clutter, you have a lot of stuff, a lot of energy coming at you, and that energy becomes very dense when there's too much of it. And dirt carries a very dense vibration as well. I'm sure you've noticed in your lifetime, if you've ever had a mess or the kids were messy and you asked them to pick their things up off the floor, as soon as the things were picked off the floor, the energy lifted in the room. It feels better. So it's about feeling what's around you. It's not just seeing. Feng Shui is not just seeing, it's walking into a space and going, wow, this feels really good to me. If your space doesn't feel like that, then we can work with that with the Feng Shui. So let's talk about what is Feng Shui. Okay, Feng Shui has been used for thousands of years successfully because it creates good fortune. And helping you to understand that, we'll break it down. The word Feng equates to wind, and wind equates to Qi, which equates to energy, and that's what we've been talking about. Shui equates to water, equates to good fortune. So we want good fortune in our lives. Now, we may think that good fortune just refers to financial, but it doesn't. Good fortune is everything in our lives, every aspect. So Feng Shui, we're working with career, we're working with wisdom, family, prosperity, fame, fortune, love, creativity, mentors, and health. So when you're looking at all those aspects of our lives and you can start applying Feng Shui principles, you can start to see how things can work. If a client has an area in their lives that's not working, we'll focus in on that one area and work on that the specific area in their home to get the Feng Shui working so they start to create better scenarios in their life. And Feng Shui is just amazing the way it works, and it works like that. You can feel the energy shift. So let's get started. Let's get started with how to create a Feng Shui office space, okay? The first thing I want you to do is, if you haven't already set an office space up, and if you have, that's fine, but if you're not happy with it and you want to change it, I want you to figure out what area in your home you want to work in. All this is going to be important. Do you want morning sun? Do you want afternoon sun? Depending on where you are in your home, where that room is. Find a room, find a space, preferably a space that is not going to have any interruptions from the outside, from your home. Maybe you have children at home, making sure that there's a door you can close as far enough away from what's going on with the activities in your home so you can have a very productive day. Once you find that room, I want you to go in there and take a chair, portable chair, and something light, and just place it in the room and sit in it. Okay, preferably facing the door to the room. You may not have that option always, but if you do, facing your door, not in alignment with the door, but facing the door in any angle that you'd like, and see how that feels to you. Does it feel good? Does it feel like I can create here? If it doesn't, just take your chair and pivot to another corner of the room and see how that feels. Maybe the direction of the way the lighting is hitting you. There's going to be a lot of components that are going to be part of how you're going to feel about your space. You'll be amazed at, just by shifting the chair, how you're going to feel different. If you still are struggling with that, you can also get a portable table, a snack table or whatever, and put it in front of you. Imagine that's your workspace. And work on, see how it feels. Does it feel good to be working in that space? Once you have found that space, then you can move to the next step. And the next step is going to be your lighting. Lighting, lighting, lighting. Just as in real estate, location, 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 Feng Shui, lighting is so, so important, especially when you're going to be doing work from your home. So if you have the good fortune of having windows in your room, fantastic, because that's natural lighting. You do want to be careful of any shadows that are going to be appearing on your desk or your laptop, your computer, whatever. That's going to be something you're going to have to work with. If you don't have natural lighting or enough natural lighting, I recommend you bringing some lamps in, either a stand lamp or something on a table, or a task lamp. Hopefully you have some things you can go shopping in your home. You don't have to purchase anything new. And you can take those lamps and just place them around your computer, behind, on the side, or your workspace, to see how does that work with you. How does that work? Is it casting a shadow, creating a glare? So you're going to have to work with that for a bit until you find the proper lighting. And there's going to be different lighting that's going to affect your workspace throughout the day, depending on if you have natural lighting outside as well. The next thing you're going to do is look at the sound. What is coming from the rest of your home? Are you hearing noises from the children or from other members of your household being home? Are you hearing outside? Is there outside interference? If there is, the recommendation I will tell you is purchase one of those white noise machines, maybe 2 of them, and that'll help to drown out the background noise. That's going to be a lifesaver for you. And it's just like a light hum. And the second part of the sound is music. If you can incorporate some type of music into your room, now everybody has a different need for music and sound. I work in the field of energy healing, so I like very soft, soothing music when I'm working with my clients. However, you may like something a little bit more uplifting, maybe jazz, maybe classical. And music has been proven to uplift our mood, so it helps us to create, preferably music with no words. So you just want this, the instrumentals behind, in the background, which is going to be very helpful. And if that works for you, you're creating that nice space with sound. The next part would be scent. Scent is very important. You may not think so, but when you walk into your office space, you want it to smell clean. That's number one. Don't ever try to put something over it, dirt. If it's dirty and you start spraying room deodorizers, that's not going to cut it. You need to clean the room properly, and then you can bring in some essential oils. You can diffuse. Diffusing essential oils like grapefruit, lemon, tangerine, anything like that is going to uplift the room, even peppermint. Very, very refreshing. So when you're working and you walk into your space, it's like, oh my God, it smells so good. I can work here. This is great. So combining all of those elements are going to be very important, and connecting yourself to nature as much as you can by keeping those, if you have a window, hopefully in the room that you can at least see the outdoors while you're working, is important. So I hope these tips have helped you. I thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to learn more about who I am and the work that I do, you can visit me on the web at www.crystalclearenergies.com. And if you have any questions, feel free. You can certainly email me. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful day.